G'day, welcome to session 34, and we are continuing on. So not too much in the comments from the last video. I think the only major one was... what was that major one? Oh, bedrooms. Right, so someone pointed out that now with rooms, I should more be looking at trying to actually build these guys bedrooms as opposed to barracks. This one actually is counting as a bedroom, whereas those are counting as barracks. Single comfy bed. So no cot, so only one bed can be in a bedroom. No industrial machinery. Minimum maximum size, at least one decor item. Minimum height 4 tiles. Cool. So we've done enough here to give Stinky a bedroom. Now we only have 9 people, so it would mean that we just need to do 8 more of these to give everyone their own little bedroom. Now I don't know about the sort of layout that I've got here, of whether he's going to feel cramped when he's up in this top space, but the fact that I could sort of put it on 2 different... I suppose all I need is one extra tile, because it's just got to be the bed and a decor item, and at least 4 high. So let's have a look to see if we can find a spot in our current layout where we can possibly put some of these bedrooms. Now, an easy one would be here. We've got extra height. I mean, that's currently 4 anyway. But we only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could move the wall 1 right that way, extend this ladder up. Possibly put 2 bedrooms there. Possibly we just need to move to just find a new location to sort of work out if there's a weird dead zone in my area. Which I possibly would say this is... This section of my... build is quite wasteful in this sort of area it takes up. So let's maybe start over here. Let's spend this episode seeing if we can just dig out let's not dig out underneath these guys because they'll fall away. I wonder if I can just make them... Let's cancel that one. What we want to do is we'll uproot these, and then we'll just replant them in actual... the what's-he ones? The squares. Might just... We want to get rid of that terrarium as well. How much of a... Deconstruct it for now. It does seem like a pretty old technology for... for where my base is sort of getting to. We could do the same thing with these guys here, or even just relocate them. I could move these guys to down here, I suppose. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this ladder was over 1 more square, who's that guy? Maybe that someone did mention in the comments that they saw a Draco wandering around, and I was pretty sure it was one that had just come. That's one I was thinking that they were possibly talking about. But I'm not sure where you've come from, unless you got very close to being captured and then they pulled you away. Okay, so one change I'm going to make for this room 2 is I'm going to put a airflow tile here, so that the pressure in this room doesn't, like, sort of max out, there's always going to be oxygen in the bottom of this room because this sensor is here that will stop the hydrogen getting pushed down. There's a lot of carbon dioxide down here, but I did plant something, didn't I? Yeah, it's oxyfern. It's hopefully going to help with that a little bit. Hopefully that should stop this getting too badly pressurized. That was also mentioned in the comments. Now really all I've got to do is shift this ladder one square over. And what we can then do is I can have just 2 bedrooms, one there, one there. So I think that that's a good thing to do. Let's just start by just make sure we're deconstructing buildings only, because I'm sure there's plenty of pipes behind that bit. And we'll build 2 more pieces of ladder there. So let's up the importance of the shearing station a little bit at least. Because getting these guys going will be good, and we'll up him to a priority 9 to get captured. Looks like Hassan's already down there with that plan. Okay, so since all of that is built, now deconstruct the building that is that ladder. Then what we'll do is we'll move that gas vent. That's already a gas vent there, so maybe we'll move this gas vent to here. Construct him. We need the gas bridge, and we want to make sure we're going the right way, which is that way. Enough times, I think I've finally got this down pat. We can then build that one piece of ladder, and we'll build that tile and that tile, and then we'll build this. The oxygen in those rooms does seem good. Let's have a look at what that wire's for. Also, that is actually operating something. Nothing in this room though. So then what we will do is we will comfy bed there. And we want another one there, but we obviously have to wait till we can afford to build a second one. Also with furniture, we will go for a large sculpted block. I wonder if I should give these rooms a little bit more airflow. They should hopefully be alright as they are. We have lost some power there. Yeah, someone pointed out as well, actually, that I don't need this guy operating anymore. Let's disable him. So, his function was to put carbon dioxide up in here, but the argument is that these coal generators are now doing more than enough, that all he's doing is wasting power. So, I'll agree with that one for now, and we'll just turn him off. wonder if I should rewire this just so it doesn't run through the middle of someone's bedroom. What we got to do is just go that. Just want to double check that May is still the only one that will do decorating. Good. You can see the impact that they definitely have on how much people enjoy being in a room. Definitely something to consider. Alright, so let's just go deconstruct buildings, all of those guys. Someone did point out that the food was going down, but someone else then also pointed out that I do have food that just decays, so it doesn't much matter if I'm going down slowly on food, because I actually might be evening out on correctly eating the amount of food that we're producing. Okay. So let's give this bed to Hassan, since he works predominantly down in this area. So it'll be a good spot for him to be. It's a shame I can't just say to build a comfy bed, that I actually do have to wait for someone to go and shear these guys. And I mean, now that Hassan's got his own comfy bed, he's not going to have any urgency in sorting that out for anyone else, is he? Decreased germ resistances aren't good. Yeah, we'll stick with what we got. Been some lovely work, May. Okay, so let's now do some food farm tiles across here. Just need to wait for Hassan to come and trim one of these guys. But possibly maybe they're still maturing in the amount that they've got. Well, look at how this guy's doing. So I haven't pike blocked. Overpressure. Shouldn't it be pushing pressure out the top here? I mean, there's no... The amount of chlorine in there is sort of, I guess, essentially doing the job for the amount of time it takes for water to pass through here anyway. It's probably not too big a deal. Okay, so then let's go... Wow, I have a few of those. Plant. Copy settings. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to dig up all of this. So what we'll need to do is probably build a horizontal ladder. It runs across that way. That'll let us clear them all out. Not that I mean these bedrooms are overly important to yet, if I can't even afford to have another bed yet. Till Hassan gets to the shearing. You also want to keep an eye out for algae. This guy's not doing anything at the moment. Could also look to get more slime. What's in there? It's polluted oxygen. Just bigger hardy hole. Steam vent. What use I could have for a steam vent? Also seems interesting that the temperature is almost gone by the time you hit here. Like, that's minus 20 about there. 15 degrees there and 61 degrees there. Amazed that's not melting more. That is a huge chamber to go exploring, though. Alright, how are we doing? Cool. They've got really efficiently onto that task. Now, hopefully no one cares if their roof's farm tiles. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from there we would go 2, 3, 4 to here. No, because then that's only 4. Pause for a second and just cancel those ones and just put an order to deconstruct that one. That one we want. Oh, we can't go up there. Right, that's okay though. So what we will do is we will deconstruct, uproot that guy, and uproot all his friends. I wonder if that's something I can do in the copy settings too. That's 6. I was already right. 1, 2. No, I was wrong again. I think I've just completely confused myself twice while trying to build that. Because I look at it and it's 6, but I haven't built a front wall yet, so that's 5. Third time's a charm. Okay, so now we can say deconstruct, copy settings to those guys, and then we'll put in a dig request for across there. And we will do a deconstruct request for those. Door in for this one, and we can deconstruct our wires. That we don't need. bathrooms are probably the other thing that I'm still not 100% on. I still only have 3 toilets and 1 shower. Obviously 9 guys. I think ages ago, 20 episodes ago or something, someone made a comment to say that you should have close to 1 every person. It's obviously something that I've never corrected. But I don't know if it's it is this important. Like, I've never had anyone, I don't know. If they weren't happy about that, I'm not quite sure what would happen. Oh no, that's right. Did I have someone wet themselves at some point? I suppose that's the worst case scenario. And that certainly hasn't happened for a long, long time. Let's uproot that guy. Wolframite. Wolframite. I feel like there could be some interesting exploring to be done over here. Let's just build a ladder across there. And we'll dig out 1, 2 to make that a bit easier to descend. Across there. I have to uproot him. Dig across to... Let's just dig across the wall. Won't focus on it too much, we'll just sort of let them to do their thing. Go back to worrying about bedrooms. Stop the priority of this again, because this... Still waiting on, say, this guy to get his... Okay, so there we go. So his scale growth is 68%, so he's still on the build. So that's good, I guess. So as we got the new guy in there, he immediately got shit, because he would have been at 100%. Whereas these two guys are 68%, 54%. So that's fine. Alright. Deconstructing these. Could someone take a bigger urgency on this? Why is it not considered a priority? Usually just love getting in there and getting rid of anything that... Did I not say deconstruct? That's probably why they weren't getting deconstructed. Alright, so then we'll plant a mealwood seed on that guy, and then we'll copy the settings. I'll apply that to those guys, so they will still now fit underneath this guy. This guy, we can now build his front wall. He also didn't need to be so low. Let's cancel that for a second. We'll cancel that. And it only has to be 4 by 5. And we will deconstruct buildings that make up that row, because it was becoming a little bit claustrophobic below it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, door, and 2. Okay, so that's bedroom 4 and 5. Did I assign something to them? Yep, good. We still need just the plastics for bed 3, though. Okay, 4 and 5. So that would then mean that if we can get 6 and 7 here, and then 8 there, we're pretty much set. So I guess the question that I should really now be asking, because I think that I've again sort of hit an okay level of sustainability. I'm not really sure what my next major objective is. I think for the longest time it was plastic, and now I've got plastic and it's just going to be a little bit of a slow burn as those three guys slowly get sheared from time to time. It must have been that guy from the top that somehow wandered all the way down or got captured and then just got out. What should I next be working on? What would you consider that my next goal should be? Is it exploring? Is it getting any particular new abilities? Let's do a bit more digging exploration too. We'll claim this guy. Whoop. That's an uproot call, isn't it? Yep. And we will dig straight across this way. See what we find. Someone's straight on it. There's another little guy we haven't seen before. It poses a severe disease risk to humans due to its thick slime it excretes to surround its inner cartilage structures. Small teaspoon can have up to a quadrillion of bacteria that could work to deter would-be predators. Petting a morb is not recommended. Alright, well it sounds like we don't want to get anywhere near that morb. She's straight into it. So they're just... Can she cut through that? She can. Alright. How are we going now exploring this way too? Oh, they've already cut through. Alright. Well, I guess here's where we want to explore too. So let's just build a ladder straight up from here. So that guy. And let's, wrong button. Dig out that. Oxyfern plant. Well, that says to me that I should possibly build a second one of these down here. Chuck that seed in that. You can see some water moving into this as well. I think I might have said it previously, I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet, but I should set up like a sensor in here that's a water sensor that if it gets hit, then it sends a message to this sieve to stop pumping water so that we can't overflow from here. Oxyfern seed. That guy planted. They dug straight through. Now that to me says that I've reached the side of the map. I assume. Cannot be activated by any duplicate mining tool. So that's cool. This means that we're getting there with our searching. Okay. So can't go any further that way. What ways can we go further? I probably would... I'm more interested, I think, to focus on... Probably this way. We'll let them just work on that ladder building. I do wonder if what I should do is cut a hole from here to there and just let this collapse into this guy so it's out of my way. Cool steam vent. Did that get colder? It's idle, so maybe it sort of Old Faithfuls from time to time. Got another door down here, but then nothing really in that room. What do we got going on south? Anything interesting? Oh, we need to dig up that in order for him to get through to this one. Crude oil. A little guy in there just making a bit more. Not get anything? Alright, let's get wood for you too. I guess another question as well, is there any catch to an oxyfern? Just letting these two guys just sit at the very bottom of the carbon dioxide here and just try and clean it up. Is there any possible negative effects that will happen here? I assume maybe if I run out of carbon dioxide they might just wilt and die, but beyond that, will they otherwise just sort of keep going? I suppose the next thing that I really should be looking at doing is getting the Atmos suits for all directions. Actually changing these out and getting those Atmos suits in place. So for say somewhere like this direction where we don't need them to travel for any urgent reason soon. Let's get rid of those, and hopefully these two guys are okay coming back after I've ripped those up. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go back over here, pick one of these, and we'll just say copy. Copy. That's not going to let me do it because I don't have the metal. Okay, so let's get our rock crusher going and just crush some more metal. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I get the logic to it that it won't let me build something that I don't have the resources to build. But sometimes I just even want a placehold, just to sort of say that, alright, well this is where this is going to go. I mean, I realize it more will, like, alert me that no, you haven't got the needed resource, but that's fine. Sometimes it's, all it is just like, whenever you get the resource, just get on it. You got it yet? I know yet. Status refined metal. It's 100 kilos sitting right there, isn't it? wolframites come back around again. Let me have tungsten, whatever that is. Just check one last time whether it'll let me copy it now. Thought I had more than 100 kilos now of refined metal. Unless I'm just picking the wrong metal for it to refine. That's alright. That is a problem for another day. So, until next time, we'll let Hassan and Stinky sleep in their brand new beds. And, any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. Alright, catch you later. See ya.